This is your daily market review for Tuesday, April 30th, 2024. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is your daily market review for Tuesday, April 30th, 2024. Hopefully you're having a great day. Not a very boring Tuesday before the FOMC meeting. Thought it might be a little slow. However, we talked about the market was due to bounce, going to bounce. Did we expect new highs, strength? No. We talked about it, dead cat bounce, some sort of bounce off the lows. We talked about the levels that would hit. Got pretty dang close. A lot of names hit the levels we expected. Some names didn't. But that's the nature of the beast. You trade around your positions. You do the best you can. And guess what? In a probability-based game, you will be wrong. However, put probabilities in your favor. Go with what seems like the trend. A lot of folks are anticipating new 52-week highs coming ASAP. In my opinion, I see all downside from here. Now, we've talked about it. Now, again, could we be wrong? That's the nature of the beast. But based on what I'm seeing, the economy, slowing growth, real estate market seeing a ton of listings explode. We're seeing inventory grow. We're seeing a lot of things, slowdowns. We're seeing more job cuts, you name it. We're getting it. So things that I would expect that create the market to slow down. Do you have any questions? Check out the Discord room, a link in the description below. If you need any help buying, selling, investing in real estate, anything you might need real estate related with your investing, book 30 minutes. Takes you no time. Jump in. Here you go. Schedule. Let's chat. Love to help out. Whatever I can do. That's again, give to receive. And I again, as someone who just loves to help people get into their first investment property or looking to invest, whatever, it's amazing. And if you're looking to invest in the market too, great opportunities. So check out thetradingagent.com, get all your fun links, subscribe, get your recommended readings, constant updates. Love it. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Again, here we go. How to trade the days before. You got videos, 52 videos. They're also on my website. Follow on the Twitter. I appreciate it. I was posting this today. Another 5-star review. Again, that's kind of what we try to do, the best we can to help people out. And if I'm not perfect, let me know how I can improve. I always tell people, let me know how I can best serve you and improve. All right, we know going in tomorrow, nothing. I mean, it'd get any lower, 2.7%. Okay, 1.1. We know the next Fed cut is supposed to be later this year if that does happen, but that would show me that the economy's slowing. So be careful. The Bitcoin, rut-row, taking out the lows. Now again, could this be a wick? That's what I'd be on red alert for. Because if you break 59,000 and change, again, I mean, it's just meaning we make new lows and go lower and don't rally back. That could be an issue. Good old oil. The oils, we talked about this. I mean, again, I like oil. I like natural gas long term, but I don't trust that any commodity will break out until the Feds pivot. We're not there yet. We're just not there. Look at the dollar holding up pretty darn well in this tight range. Looking at freaking TLT. Now, remember, we got some earnings. We got AMD, Amazon, SMCMI after the close, so we'll check those out when we get a chance. Man, it's tough to really trust the market to rally if interest rates continue to go higher. Again, this economy is predicated on low rates, cheap money. Just it's a new normal. It's going to take a little bit of like digesting of everything, in my opinion. VIX, we talked about watching the 200-day. So far, so good. VIVIX. Talked about. Here you go. Let me just pull this over. Watching this like mid-70s level. Got to keep an eye on it. Let me open up my briefing on the other side so in case some of these earnings pop through, I can give you the update. Amazon came out. Earnings barely beat, down slightly. Super microcomputer down today. All right, let's see what the earnings come through. I'll kind of update them as we come in. Vivix. Spy. Hello, Spy. We talked about the 20-day maybe testing resistance. I mean, that close was pretty ugly. So, I mean, if you have lower highs, I mean, a gift would be a retest, and it would be some sort of the 510. If you get it, you get it. If not, sorry, Charlie. We talked about watching the 20-day and these levels. We talked about oversoldness, rally back. There you go. those things. I mean, I think we talked about chop top, we talked about the pro gap here, and then the rally back, and then the games. So it's just, I don't know, sell in May, go away. Talked about the IWM leading down, row ragging. It's been ugly. The what's a pillar of strength, right? Not so much. 20-day, watching out, man. If you take out 375s, good luck. Good luck. Gold. I told you guys this was the topping candle near term. Now going to FOMC down. I mean, they're going to talk hawkish. I don't see them really getting dovish here. So, I mean, again, if you took your profits in gold and silver and some miners, there'll be some opportunities to snag back. I mean, look at silver. Look at that big-ass gap down. Yikes. Oh, Amazon's EPS came in light guidance-wise. Operating income is up a little bit. Again, we'll check it out when we get there. So silver, chopping around. AEM. Sorry. Go pull up the miners, silly. Pull up the miners. Look at this. Talked about them holding up, but this candle, I'm telling you, is dangerous. I don't like the GDXJ again. That's why we talked about buying dust in the 7s. Looking good. GDXJ failing the 20-day. I mean, AEM had been a pillar of strength, right? And then kapow. Is this a pro gap down? Rut-row. AG, I mean, we've talked about this, playing this game of just choppiness. I mean, look at lower highs, 20-day. Couldn't even get there. Newmont, gaps up on earnings. Can't even get over the resistance, and then watch what happens at 40. If it starts wheeling and dealing lower, look out. Remember, if the market peels back like an onion, miners aren't safe. Pat, same kind of thing. All right, let's get into some of tech. Taiwan Semi. We've talked about this thing chopping around. This is the top. Chop. Lower highs, lower lows. Watch that 20-day. Right? Macron. Chopping around. Right? Tops out. And now what? Looking pretty weak there, right? And that wick. Watching. I mean, again, yeah, any major pops. AMD has earnings. What is it doing? It's all over the place right now after hours. But again, 20-day. I'd be watching after hours 165 if you happen to get up there. As of right now, the recording of this, they have not reported. If it pops up while we're talking, I'll update you guys and add it in. NVIDIA, strength. Man, but it's just a choppy top, in my opinion. You got a 3-day range here around 880. I mean, I think you have a reference to short. SMCI, I mean, they have earnings after. They're rallying. Looks like they're at 910. I mean, it's all over the place. Okay, well, it just came out. Man, anything up here would be a gift. In my opinion, it's short. This thing is just ugly. I mean, not ugly. Like, again, long term, I don't know. I mean, I've read read about it. I mean, it seems like interesting, their long term growth potential. But I mean, up at after hours, 9:15, 9:20. I like it. Super microcomputer obviously beat. The revs were up. Yep, cool. I mean, it's a good beat. Let's see the reaction. I mean, the thing's been on fire. It went from 200 to 1,200. I mean, they've got to. I mean, I don't know if what they did is knocking that out of the park, but we'll see. Intellectual property. I mean, this has been a gap down and just slow burn. Slow burn. Whoa. Wow. Starbucks. Huge miss. Huge miss. SMH. I mean, again, we've talked about them just being doggy poop. SMH, we talked about watching these levels. If you got some shorts on them, congratulations. I'm sorry, there's the earnings are popping out as we speak. Trying to keep you guys updated. Adobe's gaps down on earnings previously. Lower lows, lower highs. Nice. Looks like SMCI had a nice. They guided up revenue wise. So I mean, again, long term, I like them on pullbacks. We talked about it. I think they're going to do well. It's a smaller cap company. The apple, the fruit, I mean, God, praying for 180, but the earnings aren't until Thursday after the close. Nothing. I mean, again, you can't chase it. Amazon, it's all over the place. I've seen it 186 all the way down to 165 after hours. Watch the 20-day. Somebody doesn't like it. And again, it's all over the place. I mean, AWS growth is only 17%. I mean, the law of large numbers catches up at some point. Meta gaps down. Begging for a pop to short. CRM, nothing. Gaps down. Uh-oh. You better hold that 268 area. You better. Guggenheim, pops on earnings, just giving it all back. Talked about that being dangerous. Danger, danger, danger. Steve Irwin, all day, man. Like, that's not what you want to see on a gap up. Big volume and then red and then giving it back. Again, we'll see. Be careful. I mean, I wouldn't chase any of these names. Microsoft finally broke our levels. Said, got to hold the 400. Uh-oh. NDAQ, again, I am a big believer that the future growth in the economy, stock market will be in commodities and materials names, and the NASDAQ exchange will be doo-doo. Watching these 60s levels for failure. MicroStrategy, again, Bitcoin craps. Yikes. Look at that. Hui. Again, it typically leads. It's leading down. Be careful. Netflix and spill. Look at that. Gap down. I mean, you gotta. I mean, it's. This one's an easy short, in my opinion, because I think you can get back to 536, but that gap could fill at any point and get back to the 200-day. Just, again, define your risk. Define your risk, have stops. Roblox, we talked about long term. I like them, but I want it to get crushed. I want to crush it. PanW. Wow, I gotta like Super Microcomputers numbers. I mean, they guide it up everywhere. PanW, we talked about this, like in this Pelosi play. It's just, again, it's really tough to buy when you know the market and the VIX are 15 and you know the market's got pullback potential, massive pullback potential, not small. And so you just kind of have to get out of the way and be patient. And if it rallies, it rallies. But if it doesn't, who knows? Yeah, Tesla rallies on China. Uh-oh. So they can steal their technology? I don't know, man. I guess we technically closed below yesterday's low. That's not what you want to see on a gap up. Someone's going to get mad at me and go, Tesla forever. Okay, I don't know. DKNG, Jay Solstice likes this a lot. Again, they have earnings coming up. If you want to do a little before, I mean, I don't know. It's just, I'd be watching the 45s or the 40. Because if it breaks here, because you can kind of use this reference area too. You know, you break down below this, it's gap fill, 200-day, who knows. Lots of Airbnb downside. Airbnb. I don't see this holding up at all. But keep it. I mean, it's below the 20-day, but this one's been wide and loose. Just keep an eye on it. Man, their numbers are bad. I'm looking at their briefing stuff. Costco holding the 20-day. Starbucks after hours. Watch it be up though. On bad news. Oh, never mind. Back at 81. Jesus, I told you they're bad numbers. They missed big. Revenues were down year over year. What? Starbucks is done. Go get some coffee at, what is that thing? Where did I go yesterday? The place out of, not Seattle, but whatever. Dutch Bros. I'm a big fan of the Dutch Bros. We talked about this thing being turd. Back at 81. Yikes. FedEx is not what you want to see when it gaps up. Gives it all back. Caterpillar. Yeah. Said, not good. 3 green candles. Doom. Taking it all out. Nucor. Again, we like materials, but let them get crushed. New lows. Yikes. Letter X. Yikes. Just rally through this. Yikes. VALE. I mean, there's such value down here in the 12s. I think the PE is 2 or 3, but just don't chase it. Here you go. Arrow. Yikes. I mean, lower highs. Be careful. CCJ. I hate when Goldman upgrades the highs, those son of a biscuits. Uh-oh. CF. Again, we like ag long-term. Let it come in. Mosaic. Yikes. NTR. Ugh. Right? Let them just come in. AA Aeron. Again, I love aluminum, but look at the levels. Uh-oh. Breaks the 20-day. Let this thing come back into the 20s. Oh, that'll be a steal. XLF. We talked about financials. Hold the bag. We said, watch it. 20-day curling down. Looking good. JP Mo. I mean, all these names look similar, right? Morgan Stanley's been holding up. I mean, some of these names have been holding up better. Bank of America, right? Been holding up. Goldman Snacks. I mean, this one's been new 52-week highs. Keep an eye on it. KRE, because if it gives it back, that could say a lot. KRE, we talked about junior banks looking like shiitake mushrooms. That's been the problem, in my opinion, because you had another one fail this weekend. Ugh. Anyway, XBI, this is, again, should be a beacon of strength in a stock market that should rally with lower interest rates and just, I mean, the junior bios are the risk epitome of risk. Not so good. Look at the home builders. We said, watch the home builders. They gapped down. They rallied back. 20-day. You're welcome. Free money trades. Right? Free money. TAN, solar again. I think solar is absolute trash. Any major pops, but some of them have earnings. You just got to be careful. Got to be careful. Let him go. Let him go. First Solar. I mean, love to see it pop. I think it's got earnings coming up this week. Yeah, tomorrow after the close. HYG, again, I'm saying, you got to be crazy to be buying corporate debt. Hide your mind. Oil, check this out. Gap down, nothing. Nothing. I mean, again, I don't like the UNG. I don't believe oil is going to rally unless there's some geopolitical. Let this stuff come in. And we talked about KOLD. Like anytime you can see this thing up in the 70s, mid 70s, high 80s, low 80s, that to me makes sense. XOP, we talked about it. Yikes. Whoa. Look at that. Talked about filling the gap, rallying. Look at all those red, all those green. Boom, one day. Someone knows something. Someone said, I got to get the fudge out. ExxonMobil, holding up here at old highs. We talked about gasoline names leading. Look at this shit. Valero. Look at freaking MPC. Marathon. Whoa. Whoa, Joey. Not good. CVE, again, we like these names on pullbacks. Uh-oh, big red bar. Occidental. It's an oxidant. Buffett does not sell any more cover calls. Abso-freaking-lutely, guys. EQT. Again, do not chase commodities up here. It's been rallying. Engulfing bar, and last but not least, Flex LNG, because I think we'll be natural gas exporters. I love it, So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. Please be careful for the love of all God. You have the FOMC meeting. You have jobs numbers on Friday. You have earnings. If you are adding risk, be safe. Define it. Define it. If you have to sell calls, puts, whatever you need to do, let me know. I am always here to help. Do not hesitate to reach out. I apologize if I'm not really too active at the moment, just because there's not a lot to say. But if you have questions, I will absolutely jump in and answer them the best I can. So have a great night. If you have any questions about real estate, again, let's have these conversations. They're not easy, but I am here to help you and guide you. Talk to you soon.